I get the same feeling, so I'm coming day and night.
Can you fly, Bobby?
Can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it.
She's already contaminated by this odd substance.
Jesus wept.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!"
Ay, caramba, feliz Navidad. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, I think that solved it. That was weird. Let me just double check on the internets about this. Doop, 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 doop. Okay, can you hear me good? Hear me well? Man, I tell you, sometimes StreamYard works brilliantly, and then sometimes it really sucks dick. Sweet. Okay, loud and clear. Awesome. All right, give me 1 second. I need to pull up stuff. Derp, 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 derp. All right. Okay. Boop, boop, ba-doop. There we go. That's the ticket. All right. So day 9. He talks about subtext. We don't care. Writing exercises. Let's do these real fast. Because I want to get to the meat and potatoes, which is day 12. 9, 10, and 11 are all right, but they're not quite as in depth as day 12. Day 12 is more my speed. What brings me... Okay, this is writing as your protagonist for 5 minutes. What brings me joy is a finished production. Duh. What breaks my heart is not being able to finish a good day, or not being able to. Ooh, this is. I need to 1 second. Let's. What breaks my heart is a bad shoot day. What makes me angry is people not showing up. What brings me joy is a finished production. Wait. Oh wait. Shoot. Although I will say so. Okay. So this is I skipped a step. This is now do the same for the antagonist. What brings me joy as the antagonist is also a finished production. And what breaks my heart is Josh Wakefield not getting his way. What makes me angry is people not doing their jobs. So I would say that's pretty accurate to what we're going with. The antagonist is basically just an offshoot of our protagonist. We could be a little harder on ourselves and use a different antagonist, but we're not going to do that. Fuck it. So let's move on to day 10. So this is a quote from the book in this chapter that spoke to me. As we realize that we are not in control, something happens, our perspective widens, and new possibilities emerge. I think that's nice. The full quote, when we surrender the notion that we should have the answer, we start to relax and perhaps even have a sense of humor about our situation. As we realize that we are not in control, something happens, our perspective widens, and new possibilities emerge. And he goes on to explain that this is often the state of surrender our hero is in at the end of Act 2. Is everything dandy? Hell no. Is our hero filled with grief? Yes, probably. However, once he has this epiphany, he is able to re-enter his life in a way that he has been previously resistant to because he was so busy trying to get what he wanted. And that'll be the moment, of course, when he is like, fuck it, with the movie. And then later on, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes in accepting the reality of our situation, we discover that what we thought we wanted, we no longer want. We stop fighting for something unwinnable and take action toward giving ourselves what we need. The action that our hero takes is that he begins the journey of returning to himself. Act 3 is our hero's journey toward reclaiming his true self. And of course, our hero is reclaiming his status as a director. He is putting his cast and crew first, and knowing when to abandon a project in favor of something better. Now, our exercises for the day. First one is write 10 minutes imagining your hero is transformed at the end of the story. And I take this as 1 and then A through D. So first, okay. So Josh Wakefield is no longer afraid of failure. He's tackling it head on. He has accepted that it's okay to not get the movie made, and that he's learned enough from his situation to I immediately wrote myself into a corner. He's no longer afraid of failure. He's tackling it head on. He's accepted that it's okay to not get the movie made, and that he's learned enough from his situation to so long as his cast and crew are safe. So A, let's see here. A is, how is he relating differently to other characters as the result of his journey? How is he let's see, instead of blaming other characters, or I can spell good, or using them as scapegoats, he's accepted that as director, goddamn, I cannot, that as director, it's his responsibility to get things done. And he's going to get the shit done, motherfucker. So B, what has he come to understand? He has come to understand that it's not about manpower or equipment. It's about the drive to get a project made and using his passion as a driving force when all else fails. C, what is the new choice that he makes? His new choice is to abandon the film in order to save his remaining cast and crew. Nope. Should I? Let's see here. Boop, boop. Yeah. D, what is the visual metaphor? Okay. I feel like I don't have like a really strong visual metaphor yet, but I would say using and breaking equipment in order to take out the killer. For example, the slider and or C-stands. Something. Maybe he could even, it's him and let's perhaps the remaining cast and crew all take up arms to stop the killer. Something like that. This is feeling kind of expensive, but we'll get some used equipment. It's fine. All right. Is that day? Okay. And he says this exercise can reveal a goldmine of images for what precedes our ending. For example, if at the end our protagonist forgives someone, where is the story that he is unwilling to forgive? Where in the story was he willing to forget? God damn it. Where in the story was he unwilling to forgive? If he is laughing in the end, where in the story did he cry? This exercise can help clarify our protagonist's arc. The more dynamic it is, the more compelling the story. And I don't know that we've gotten super dynamic here, but we have a general idea of what we're doing. And I think day 12 is really going to help us figure a lot of this out. He also says this is an important exercise to return to, which I'm sure we will at some point. Day 11. If you're beginning to envision scenes, feel free to write them down. I would love to start writing some scenes, which we might do once we get through day 12. I believe I said I would. Yeah, once we get through day 12. Oh, that's also our goal is to create a screenplay that builds in meaning as it progresses. Yeah, I don't know how important the stream of consciousness exercises are. We will dig into those. Maybe not today. He also talks about the ticking clock. We've talked about the ticking clock already. And we have one in our script. It's a week, and then of course the ticking clock gets worse once the killer is fully on the loose. I think at some point, the killer has to realize that Josh is the one getting in the way as well. Because that's kind of the mirror of Josh's own arc, is he is getting in his own way. Vis-a-vis, the killer will inevitably realize that he has to take out Josh because Josh is the one getting in Josh's way. And the killer's crazy. So that's what the killer do, is be crazy. All right. Did I write this down? I did. One second. I wrote this down. So let's see. Day 11. Why is... One second. Let's... This got really long for some reason. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, and this is, as your protagonist, write for 5 minutes, beginning with my earliest memory is. What is Josh's earliest memory? Also, I bit my lip earlier, like yesterday, and I hate talking. But anyway, my earliest memory is, I feel like this should be something film related. It's going to see Mortal Kombat 2 in theaters with my parents. This is actually one of my memories, is I remember Mortal Kombat Annihilate. How old would I have been? Wait a second. Out of curiosity, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I was 7 years old. That's too young. That's way too young. Why was I there? Goodness gracious, Mom. The cruelest thing anyone ever said to me was that I couldn't make it in film, I guess. I don't know. I don't see this character as being all that complicated, you know? I don't actually remember this, but I'm told that I don't know how to respond to this one either. These are tough prompts. I don't actually remember this, but I'm told that blank. Tia, Jesus Christ. That is way too young to be watching Arachnophobia. Holy God. Tia Bean, ladies and gentlemen. Tia Bean. Future star of Twink of the Damned. Tia Bean. Let's see here. How about, instead of Bailey, how about the name Mia? How's the name Mia work? Let me know. Anyway, I don't actually remember this, but I'm told that... God, I hate this. I legitimately dislike this aspect of the process. All right, so Josh, I feel like I'm overthinking this too, and I don't appreciate that. I don't actually remember this, but I'm told that I was a very productive child. How about that? I think as a child being, I would build whole worlds out of Lego. Are you sure Bailey's fine? Are you sure, Tia? Are you sure? I would build the whole world out of Lego and puzzle pieces and anything I could get my hands on. All right. A debt that I could never repay is to my mother for giving me that first camera for Christmas. There we go. I'm always shocked to hear that. This is another one that I don't know. I don't know. I want to get to the actual writing. I just want to write the script. This sucks. I'm always shocked to hear that. You know what I would like from this book, and one thing that does kind of bug me about it is I don't feel like there is a significant amount of explanation as to why these exercises, because like he goes through some stuff in each chapter, but it does correlate, but it really doesn't explain the reasoning behind any of it, and that bugs the shit out of me. I don't love it. Let's see. I'm always shocked to hear that. Wait a second. I have an idea. Evil Dead budget. Let's see. Was it actually $350,000? That can't be right. Okay. Well, shit. I was going to use the Evil Dead budget as a guideline, but ooh, actually, you know what? I have an idea. Okay. To hear that it cost Sam Raimi $375,000 to make Evil Dead. I could do it for for 10,000. There's a little hubris for you. A little hubris. Oh, fuck. You know what? That's a way better one. Night of the Living Dead 77. Would he be shocked to hear that people have seen his movies or that people haven't seen them? That's a very good. I'm gonna add that as a secondary one. I'm also always shocked to hear that people have seen my movies, because that's something that I am legitimately shocked by all the time. So I think that's a great one. Yeah, he has hubris in so much as he thinks that he can do a lot with a little, but he also understands his place in the hierarchy of film, which is he is low on the totem pole. The problem I can never solve is how to break through into I'm gonna say the mainstream. I don't think that he necessarily wants to go full mainstream, but mainstream as far as an underground gay director can go. All right, there we go. Day 12. All right. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. On some level, many of us are writing stories about the journey from bondage to freedom. So he talks about transformation, and then we get this bombshell of a writing prompt. Write a one-page synopsis of your screenplay. Tell only the major beats of your story. Tell it as concisely as possible. Give yourself approximately 1/4 of a page for Act 1, half a page for Act 2, and 1/4 of a page for Act 3. Be rigorous. You are not expected to know your whole story yet, but this exercise will show you where the missing pieces are and where to focus your attention. Fuck yes. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, please. Yes, please. All right. I guess, should I? Can I insert a break? Yeah. Oh, whoops. Wait, if I, there we go. Cool. All right. Josh Wakefield is a gay underground filmmaker who has finally been given a budget, albeit a small one, in order to make a feature film. All right. Unfortunately, he's whiffed the process and is now mired in failure, as half the film remains unfinished, and his funds, let's say 20 grand, are depleted. And that's kind of the irony of the situation, is that he spent his whole career thus far working on no budget. He's given a budget, albeit a small one, and immediately fucks up the entire thing. Jesus, is that? I think my dog just walked in, farted, and left. Yeah. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Brain. He's given a choice by his producer, Marilyn. Either finish the film in the next week or get sued into oblivion for breach of contract. Now fully downtrodden, he joins his friends Bailey and, I don't know, Steve. I have a friend named Steve, sure. He joins his friends Bailey and Steve at their favorite gay bar for a drink, where he explains the problem. Actually, problems, including with one of the cast, Greg, who keeps not showing up on time. So he talks about that in public shortly thereafter. Greg is brutally killed just as Josh gathers his cast and crew for a final shot at a finished product. Okay. I think that's a good starting point. Let's see here. Let's see, we've gotten through Act 1, right? Josh starts filming the second half of Drink of the Damned. He signs an amendment. I don't know if he needs to actually sign an amendment with Marilyn, but all right. Act 2, day 1 goes exceptionally well, despite Greg having disappeared. Bailey is killed, and vis-a-vis does not show up on the set, leading to Josh. There's a lot missing here. for Act 2. I think that's a problem that we're going to have to solve. But day 1 goes exceptionally well. Although Josh is worried about Greg having not received his texts, or answered his texts, I guess. Texts or phone calls. Still, he improvises and figures out a way around the situation. Shortly thereafter, Bailey is killed by the masked murderer in a particularly brutal fashion. I think this is our Terrifier moment, because Bailey will have earlier asked to be killed. I wonder if at the bar, Bailey opines that at this rate, she'll never get her death scene that she was promised. Bailey is soon after killed by the masked murderer in a particularly brutal fashion. I feel like we've gone through a lot very fast. Let's see here. He's killed. Basically, does not show up on set, leading to Josh wanting to once again bail on the whole enterprise. With 1 day left, he receives positive affirmation from Mickey. This leads to, let's see, the next day when Bailey does not show up on set. Josh is despondent and doesn't understand what he's doing wrong. He blames... See, this is where I feel like we're going to definitely have to figure something out, because he blames... I'm going to say that he blames Bailey for ruining, and Greg for ruining this last chance. And well, Mickey blames Bailey and Greg for ruining this last chance, while Mickey gives him a rousing speech to keep going despite the others dragging him down. I feel like that's not a bad idea. Mickey could be the well-meaning antagonist. I guess the killer is also well-meaning in a way, but Mickey can be the one who can say, look, they're the ones dragging you down. You have to get past that, which is somewhat accurate. He just needs to ignore the fact that others are dragging him down and accept that there's always a solution to these problems. Ugh. Okay. Let's see here. Josh can't figure out how to move the story forward. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Let's see. I need licorice. I need licorice like I need anything. Hello, Anya. Will you get in my lap? Wait, let's... Anya, up. Come here. Come here. Up. Hello, Anya. Hope y'all like this crotch cam. This usually is just what my OnlyFans gets, but here we are. Sweet puppy. This is Anya, aka Doodle. Hey, Anya. Hey, Anya. You up? Up, up. Up, up. Okay. That's enough of that. We're here to work. God damn it. All right. Bloop, 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 bloop. All right. Like, there's a whole lot missing here. Is my problem I'm finding. Which I guess it's good. That is part of the goal here, is to find the missing pieces. So we're definitely going to need a bunch of shit in the middle here. Act 2 is... the way we've set it up is not very good. All right. So Mickey gives him a rousing speech to keep going despite others dragging him down. I just realized Mickey could be at the bar. That's what it is. Why would he not be at the bar with Mickey? Why add another character? So, where the fuck am I? There we go. I figure... okay. Let's see here. That's a good point. We haven't really talked about it. So well... yeah. So right here, like, kind of describes exactly... wait, what was I doing here? Shortly thereafter, at the bar, Bailey opines at this rate she'll never get her death scene that she was promised, and proclaims her intentions of walking if she doesn't get her way. The next day, she gets her death scene, which she is loudly, let's say, negative about, as she feels it is not what she was promised. I guess that's it. Bailey is soon after killed by the masked murderer in a particularly brutal fashion. The next day, when Bailey does not show up on set, Josh is despondent and doesn't understand what he's doing wrong. He blames Bailey and Greg for ruining this last chance. While Mickey gives him a rousing speech to keep him going despite others dragging him down. I feel like at this point, we have to, like, he has to really... post midpoint has to, like, this is where we're going to have our promise of the premise. So he really needs to do some low budget filmmaking. Like, that's really the important thing. Oh, you know what? At the midpoint, we should move also to the secluded location, or a secluded location. The production moves to. I'm just going to put secluded location because I don't really know what we're going to do yet. Let's see. There, Josh does some of his best work. And also, you know what? I think at the midpoint, they need to switch locations, and we need a change up in how the killer is reacting to things. I think that's the problem, is we need it to be an all-out murder mission for the killer post midpoint. So at that, there has to be a reason that the killer goes from, I'm going to kill people who are problems for the film, to I'm going to kill everyone involved in the film. And I feel like they're okay. Hold on. At the bar, Josh, actually, you know what? This can happen at the bar. At the bar, to keep going despite the others dragging him down. At this point, Josh says something. Something that okay, so there's something there that he needs to say that rubs the killer the wrong way. Or maybe Mickey the wrong way, and Mickey becomes the target. Something. And also confirms their final location, which is seen as a win. Production moves to the secluded location. There, Josh does some of his best work and goes back to basics to get things done. Unbeknownst to him and his small crew, the killer has followed them to the location. All right. And then let's see, what's some more stuff from... So I think, okay. So unfortunately, things do not go quite as planned. And with the day nearly finished, there's still several pages of script left to go. Josh's doubt returns as he realizes that this is his last chance, quickly falling apart. And just then, he hears Mickey's scream. Okay. This is still underdeveloped, but we're going to go with it. All right, so Josh must put his life on the line and save his lead actor / lover from the killer. He realizes the people aren't abandoning the film, they're dying. He rallies his crew and uses their help to go after the killer. How about Josh discovers the killer, in reality, the bartender. That can be our Steve. The bartender, Steve. His name's Steve. Steve. Killer and really bartender, Steve. In the middle of attempting to kill Mickey. Steve presents Josh with a tableau of death from his previous murders. I feel like we don't have enough death in this as well. We'll figure it out. And explains that he's done all of this to save the production. Josh essentially, I guess, reprimands him, stating that this has only hindered the film and, of course, is pure evil, which Steve does not take well. Oh, that's fucking good. That's so fucking good. That is fucking excellent, is what that is. Holy shit. Okay. Let me move my face away so that we can see the fucking script. Finally, Josh says, "We're making garbage," in response to a speech from Steve, completely setting Steve off into full murder mode. Okay. That's very good. That's very good. So then I think he just needs to rally the troops, right? Okay, we're going to go a little bit bigger than a page. All right, so we've set Steve off into murder mode. So Steve escapes, and Josh rallies the troops. He convinces the crew that they need to take up arms and take out this psycho before he can... I feel like he has to like take Mickey or something. Yeah, I don't know how to make this make sense otherwise. I mean, they're in a secluded location, no cell service, that whole rigmarole. That's fine. But for some reason, he has to rally the troops. So he needs to take out the psycho before he can kill again. He convinces the crew that they need to take up arms and take out this psycho before he can kill again. They use what they have, overpriced equipment, and eventually succeed in taking out Steve. Returning to civilization. Josh is despondent over, well, it's despondent, but I don't know that he needs to be despondent. He can just be accepting, has accepted his fate. The movie is not going to happen, and he's going to get sued. But at least he saved the day. At least he saved Mickey and the remaining crew. There we go. I guess we need to figure out how many crew members he has as well. What size production this is. That'll help a lot. So he saves everybody, but he's fucked. Marilyn, however, sees the dollar signs in their predicament and gives him a month and 10 grand to finish the movie. He throws out the footage they've already put together and begins anew with just a camera and a sound guy. With a skeleton crew and just the essentials to get them through. I think that's everything, right? Yeah, trashes the film, starts anew. Okay, we have a very rough outline now of what the film is going to look like. So I think we definitely, like, Act two has to be bulked up considerably. Act 2 sucks ass right now, but this gives us a good trajectory of where we're going to go. We know that we have the secluded location and the bar, and then probably the house that they shoot the rest of the movie in. So 3 major locations, which isn't too bad. That's something. That's something. And is that, I think, oh yeah, and there's a right for 5 minutes segment. So let's do this. My greatest accomplishment. Ooh, that's a good point, Derek. The fill-in in the second act could be your idea that Josh attempts to continue after he found out about the murders. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Although I don't know how to implement that. We're going to put that into the think hole for now. That's a think hole thing. because it's not bad, but I'm trying to figure out morally how it works and logically how it works. And I'm not sure I see the logic yet in continuing to shoot, other than he's scared of being sued into oblivion. But that seems, I don't know. It seems like he turns into a villain almost if he keeps shooting despite the murders. Although I guess he could get no, he can't get a phone call because they're out of cell service. I guess he could he could take a quick hike up a mountain to get cell service, and he gets a message from someone stating that there's been some sort of violence against Greg, and he ignores it. That could work. Yeah, that's tough. We'll put that into the think hole. All right. So my greatest accomplishment. I also, I realized what I don't like about this, about these prompts, is I don't know if they're supposed to take place before or after the events of the film. That's a good point, Derek. That's a very good point. I'm going to make a note of that. Where I'm gonna bold, italicize, underline. Cool. My interpretation based on flow is that the prompts are the end post movie. All right, let's assume that then. My greatest accomplishment has been saving my friends from a cold-blooded killer. I think that's fair. To be my greatest regret has been inspiring a psychopath to murder my friends. Hey, that's fair. I am far too understanding of that's a tough one. I am far too understanding. Ooh, I know. Of Marilyn's intentions. Maybe there's a certain degree of her greed is something I can see myself aspiring to if I'm not careful. 2D, I feel intense loyalty towards Mickey and the rest of my crew. 2E, the kindest thing anyone ever said to me was I want to suck your cock for breakfast. I don't know. The kindest thing anyone has ever said to me was I guess it would probably be something that Mickey said. I'm going to go back to that one. When I want to comfort myself I remember when I want to comfort myself, I remember that I have friends willing to do anything for me. Kindest thing anyone's ever said to me was, I would do anything to make your dreams come true. From Mickey. Let's make Mickey just super sweet. He's a sweetheart in real life, so that's easy enough. Ooh, Tia with the win. Tia with the win. Oh my gosh. That's way less schmaltzy. That's way better. Thank you, Tia. That's golden. Okay, and that is day 12. That's a chunky day, but we did it. And we did all of those days in an hour. We're going to go, I think, 13 and 14 tomorrow. We are slowly but surely getting to the point where we can actually write the fucking script. It's exciting. All right, I think that's it. Your art isn't garbage, it's awesome. That's how we're going to end the writing day. We do need to figure out how to have Josh take advantage of or not care about the cast crew. We'll figure something out. The goal of this was to find places where we're missing content, missing contextualization, and we definitely did that. So good job, guys. That is going to do it for today. This went by really fast. It was a very quick hour, but that is going to be it for the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And yeah, big thanks to Tia Bean and Derek Silsky and Gray Hudgens for being fucking rad. And yeah, until next time, guys, go watch a movie. Nope, shit, I did it again. Go make a movie.
It's gonna take me some time to give you all that is mine. I'm looking ultra fine from your view from behind. It's gonna take me some time to give you all that is mine. I'm looking ultra fine from your view from behind. As my phone, working played out. You got what's coming, you gonna shout. Sit right down, boy, hands in a cup. I'm gonna show you exactly what's up. Gonna give you that booty flavor. You're loving my booty flavor. Straight savage booty flavor.